Monster, Episode 3. I'll be your friend, Bachira. The words seemed to hang in the air, but the look that Bachira gave you was undeniably happiness. You will? He says in an odd tone. You smiled. He was just like a kid who had made a new friend at the playground. Yeah, I mean, we've already talked, and I like your personality and everything, so why not just become friends? Suddenly, a pair of arms were hung around your neck, and Bachira had his head next to yours. He was so happy about your declaration of friendship that he hugged you. By the way he reacted, you could tell he really needed that. Okay, buddy, I still gotta check up on the rest of you. Let me go. You say with a final pat. Oh, sorry. He withdrew himself, and when both of you guys realized you had just been 5 inches away from each other, you both blushed and looked away. Are there any other places where you think you got hurt? You asked. From then till now, you were wondering how Bachira even got that injury. He had been wearing the tight suit, or whatever the blue lock made these poor boys wear. Well, not me, but Bachira started to giggle a little bit. What about Gagamaru? Did you not see the scratches and the nosebleeds he'd gotten in the middle of the game? You sat up straighter, realizing that the fact he had banged his body onto the side of the goal earlier today. Shit, why didn't you remind me sooner? You gathered your supplies so that you could check up on him as soon as you saw him. Well, I had to make sure you were focused on me first. He stuck out his tongue to you in a playful kind of way. You idiot. You scoffed. Where are they? He got up and said, Must be in the practice room. Follow me. I know where they are. You walked out of the door together, but while Bachira was taking his sweet time, you were busy trying to push him along. Granted, you didn't know where to go, but you were hoping that if you went into the wrong direction, Bachira would redirect you to the correct route. What's the rush? Bachira sounded like he was half asleep. I have to check on Gamamaru. Come on, let's go. You say. By now, you were no longer pushing him. You were full on dragging him by the hand. Please, move faster. We can hang out more later. You look at him pleadingly. He seemed to have opened his ears because he finally stopped from the tugging and started leading the way. All right, but be quick. I don't want you to have to waste your time on tending to his injury. He frowned as you both entered the soccer field. Geez, you say, so controlling. You looked up as you saw Bachira joining the rest and Gamamaru walking towards you. I was gonna come to you, but I guess you beat me to it, he said in his monotone voice. It kind of scared you, but you guessed if you ever wanted to become a nurse, you were going to get much worse than this. He peered back at you with his blank eyes, and you observed each other's faces. Go sit down, I'll treat the scar on your face, you say to him. While you're on the sides, you quickly finished bandaging his face and checked to make sure his abdomen wasn't hurting. You also decided he would need some painkillers, so you planned on dropping some off for him. For now, though, you decided to watch them as they train. Who knows, maybe they'd need you to treat the aftermath of their recklessness. It was honestly quite heartwarming, the way they were starting to bond. Perhaps the best part was when Isagi decided to start running, so everybody else started to too. So silly, you thought. You watched as they all played and couldn't help but feel proud like you had been the one training them all this time. You were excited for the next match against Team Y. I'm the next 9 strategy. Kuan really is bad at making names. You laugh. I know, I would have gone with something like Circulation 9, Bachira said as he joined in with his bright laughter. That's equally as bad, you say, which fuels your laughter even more. You create one then, he says, looking at you. You couldn't think of one, not with him looking into your eyes. You looked down at your feet to think better. How about, rotation? You say it like it's a question. He gives out a burst of laughter before talking. That's what I said. You just switched out the word for something different. Yeah, well, at least it's more a perfect fit, you protest. You make your way to your room, and you unlock the door with your fingerprint again. As you go in, he closes the door behind you. So, anything about the game tomorrow? You asked as you both sat on the bed. Not really. It's all just kind of the team meeting. He shrugged. Oh, what was your weapon again? You asked him. You remembered it was something really good, but you'd forgotten what it was. Kind of funny, if you thought about it. Dribbling, he said. I love dribbling. Ever since I was 6, I would feel this surge of strength every time I dribbled past my opponents. It feels great to be able to do that. It feels liberating. Bachira said it without a doubt in his heart, like it was the truest thing he could have ever said. He didn't realize how handsome he was in that moment. He looked over to you. How about you? Why did you decide to become a nurse? Then he hesitated a little before talking again. I mean, I'm assuming you want to do something medicine related if you're taking up this job, right? You respond a second late, but nonetheless say, you guessed correctly. I do want to do something medicine related. As for why I want to become a nurse, I kind of just do it for the money. Nurses and doctors, they've got a stable income. As long as people get sick or hurt, nurses and doctors will always be needed. But I guess I also want to do it to help others. It always makes me happy to know that there are people out there that will take time out of their lives to make you healthier. And I feel good knowing that I'm a part of this group of people. You guess you had a faraway look in your eyes because Bachira said, Wow, Wyan, your dreams are so big. Even you get lost in them. You smiled. Sure do. But you're one to talk. You want to go international with your soccer career. You say. Bachira closed his eyes. Yeah, but I do need someone to take care of me. After all, I will get hurt again. He opened one of his eyes, looking at you expectantly. You huffed. Fine, I'll take care of you. But you can't go hurting yourself on purpose just so you can drag me along. I need some days off too. He smiled and clasped your hands together. Great, it's settled then. Once I become the world's greatest striker, we'll travel the world together. Japan's champion striker and his nurse. You blushed a little at his words, but seeing how happy he was, you didn't dare ruin the moment. Just then, you heard a sudden knock on the door. Immediately, Bachira let go of your hands. We can talk later. I don't want you caught dead with a weirdo like me. He whispered. After all this time, and he still didn't believe that people would care that you hung out together. Although you guessed people would be speculating about some things that Bachira and you would be doing, especially in the privacy of your own room. Although, thinking about it now, you weren't sure if your room had been bugged or not. You watched Bachira slip out of your other door before you opened the main one. Hey, who is... You stopped to see the pink-haired princess. Of all the people, you didn't think he'd go to see you. what was he doing here? I'm warning you. You cannot say I didn't warn you. I'm about to rant for an entire century. Hi everyone. So, I did post today. Tomorrow, I'm not actually really sure, and this is because, so I want to be a teacher, and I don't know if, any of you actually know that, but yeah, I want to be a teacher. So, I'm in this teacher academy program at my school, The Pathway. For those of you who don't know what The Pathway is, the simple explanation would be a high school course dedicated to what you want to do with your future career, or what you want to be. Anyways, basically, I have a lot of opportunities to interact with children and, see what it will be like when I actually pursue it in college. Anyways, I signed up to do this carnival face painting thing at the elementary school connected to my high school. So I will be there until 7. As soon as I get out of school, I gotta walk down there, because it's connected, so it's just right there. Ignore that. And then I will set up with the face painting at 3:45, and then I think the carnival opens at 4. There's gonna be a few other people in my class or in the other period, I think, but yeah, so I'm gonna be face painting. That should be fun. I'm taking art too, and I don't think my painting is that crappy, so hopefully I can do stuff. Yeah, anyways, that is why I probably won't post tomorrow, because though I do live down the street from my school, I will be there until 7, 7 sharp. So I don't know what time I'll get home. I don't know if I have to help clean up. Yeah, I know that the carnival ends at 7, so yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. I'm so excited for chapter 5. Well, technically it's gonna be episode 4, but we're on chapter 5 because I put the first and the second chapter together in episode 1. Anyways, you guys know that. I'm gonna stop rambling. Have an amazing evening, have an amazing afternoon, have an amazing morning, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Goodbye, everyone.